Hi, and welcome to Entrepreneur Adrenaline. I'm Paul Shakuri with yet another episode here, bringing you guys today talking about all the questions, well, the majority of questions that I kind of summed up that you guys have with regards, to door-to-door sales. Now, the big question I'm getting from the majority of you is, number one, how do you actually stay focused? But more importantly, not necessarily just how do you stay focused, how do you make sure you become very good at door-to-door sales? Because a lot of you are actually messaging me saying it's your first day, your first week, your first month. And, the big thing is I want you guys to know every single person who's become successful in life in general, who's been very wealthy, actually, I should say the majority, have all done door-to-door sales and actually really got in starting it. So, number one, if your goal is to ultimately be wealthy and be successful in life in the field of business or your entrepreneur career, well, it's very important you understand that what you're doing and you getting started doing door-to-door is just a simple basic step to your career. So understand that number one, already you've actually gotten that much better and that much more ahead than your peers who are remotely talking about being an entrepreneur, but haven't really got in and started. So let's talk a little bit about it. Now, your first day out, it obviously depends on what type of product and or service you're actually selling, but your first day out, you guys, I'm sure, have went through the whole rejections that you guys have gotten at the doors. And, whether it is telemarketing, cold calling on doors, or just, network marketing, the first person you actually talk to, the first 5, 10, 50 to 100 people you actually talk to, perhaps you didn't close or land that one deal. Some of you may have, and some of you may not have. I still remember till this day, it's about 9 years ago that I started knocking on doors, and but my first actual roommate that I had, and when I went out to Denver, Colorado to actually do security sales, my first actual roommate that I had knocked on his first door and got literally his first sale. It's actually really crazy. And, he called me up. He's like, I just finished my first sale. I'm like, okay, number one, I knocked on my first door. I didn't get my first sale. And this got to be easy. This has to be easy if, he was able to actually get his sale on his first door. So number one, my whole goal and purpose of this is, no, it's not that easy. And he didn't do it again. And as a matter of fact, after about 3 months, I really way surpassed him and, ended up teaching him how to do it. But the big thing I want you guys to really understand is you get better the more you do it, okay? But the more you do it, the more you stick in with it, the more you actually keep doing what you're doing over and over again. And those people in your office who are actually bringing those sales, the people who are actually getting those sales, you have to understand that you need to mirror and shadow those people. So, say you're fifth in the office and you want to be the number one spot. You want to be number one. And in door-to-door sales, normally, if you guys already are in it, you'll know, people like working with one another. Sure, not all the time, and I don't believe it's efficient to always be working with somebody. But if you're working with somebody and you want to shadow them and mirror and learn from what the things that are working for them, make sure, it obviously is good traits that these people are utilizing and using at the doors. Because I promise you, long term, it'll actually be you'll be a lot more successful than that person. But you shadow them and you figure out and find out what exactly is working for them. Now, when I wanted to become a bodybuilder back in the day and I got in the best shape of my life, do you think I went to the person in the gym who was out of shape and thought or said he knew a lot about working out? Or did I go to the person who actually was in the best shape of their life and actually just shadowed and mirrored them? Okay? So it starts off, number one, from that. I want you guys to understand, you go take a look at the people who are actually producing and doing very well and know that and understand this. Please, when I say it 3 times over, understand this, understand this, understand this. It's always very important for you guys to really grasp what I'm about to say, okay? Understand that going and identifying what the people are doing and shadowing what the people who are successful are doing is very important. You need to, one, don't just be a burden on that person's shoulder. go ahead, shadow them, but go out of your way a little bit to do something for them. I don't care if it's baking a pie or if it's taking them out to dinner or perhaps buying them a soda at the gas station. Do something to go out of your way to show and prove that you respect and honor what they're doing for you, okay? Remember, all my teachings I'm telling you is stuff that I actually did to become very successful at this. So if somebody has created a path for you, you guys need to understand and know that you can actually do the same thing, because there's not just this bright shining light shining from the heavens down upon me or those other people who are very successful in this. It's things that we do. And I'll tell you, if you actually took the things that I did, the things that other people did, yeah, maybe a little bit different, but on the most part, we've done the exact same things. And the majority of times you'll find out we shadow the people who are in the top, and we make sure that every single day we give it our all. This business is all about positive hustling. I don't mean lying, cheating, stealing, because I never ever did that, and I never expect anybody in this industry or any industry to ever lie, cheat, and steal from a customer. Because the people that do that end up, just not being able to sleep comfortably at night. But it's sad and unfortunate, actually, and you guys may know this. There are some people who can still sleep comfortably at night doing it, but they end their career very soon, let's put it that way, okay? So understand that. The keys to actually becoming very successful. Guys, I now have my own radio show. I now own my own dealership. I now have my own cars and vehicles that are all paid off, houses. I have taken myself to the next level, all because I was, number one, in your shoes. I saw people at that time who were way above where I wanted to be, but I saw that there was an opportunity for me to do the exact same. And I'm here to share it with you guys. It's a choice I was willing to take because I enjoy it. I'm a success coach. I'm a powerful one, I believe, and I really enjoy teaching others. Now, I don't just enjoy teaching others. I enjoy teaching others that want to become successful at what I did and what I created. People who are willing to put the time, the energy, the effort into making their career a success. And I promise you, if you have a long-term goal of perhaps moving into sales management, which I have, and I generated over $314,000 in 1 year doing it, I promise you guys, put your mind to it and learn every single day that from your actual mistakes. And now here's the last thing I really want to talk about in just this video. Number one, I'm actually creating a full training course on door-to-door sales and mastering it, because repetition is the key to mastering everything. If you guys have, videos and an actual login that you guys can actually go in, no matter what company you're working for out there, you can definitely utilize it by going with it over and over and over again, going over it over and over and over again. But I want you guys to understand that implementing what I teach, and then every single day when you guys wake up, every single day when you guys wake up in your career, if you feel down, if you feel high, if you feel bad, I want you guys to understand that today is the day I'm going to make a change. Today is the day I'm going to close that sale. You need to talk to yourself, mentally talk to yourself and prepare yourself for every single day is a new opportunity. I take a look when I land on turf, for example, at all the houses and all the doors out there. I know there's money behind those doors. Now I got to legally get it by knocking on their door and just simply explaining to them what my product can do or service, how it can benefit them, but also understanding and learning that I need to gain their trust. And I don't do anything wrong, so I know I'm a great person, and when I'm out there, I'm actually making sure that I'm communicating with homeowners and getting them to interact and engage with me. But when I actually learned that that was a very important part of the process, I've mastered it by doing it over and over and over again. That very important thing I wanted to say was when you wake up, all the way to when you go to your correlation meeting, or if you just go directly to working, you guys must communicate to yourselves in your mind and say, if I'm down, you got to shake it off, get the blood going, have a coffee or whatever it's going to take, but make sure you do not ever settle for the mentality of, I wonder if I'm going to get a sale today. It's, I'm going to get a sale today. I'm going to close a house, but I'm not just going to force it and push it upon them. I'm going to find someone who's remotely interested in my product and or service, and I'm going to make sure that they accept my offer. All right, guys. Hey, thank you very much. You guys can definitely go to entrepreneuradrenaline.com. That's entrepreneuradrenaline.com. If a lot of people have problems spelling it, Google it. Just go Entrepreneur Adrenaline and Google it, and I'm the first one up there. Also, please go to iTunes. I give a lot of this information out on my actual radio show that I have a podcast that I set new episodes up all the time. So subscribe there. It's free. And a good way to know when new videos come out and different stuff that I'm creating come out is one, my YouTube channel. Just you can go to my YouTube channel. And another way you can do it is on entrepreneuradrenaline.com. To the right at the top, you'll actually see an opt-in page, an opt-in form where you can put your name and your email address. I don't spam you guys. I don't blast you guys out 1,000 emails. Only when it's very important and new stuff come out, I make sure you guys get it firsthand. Hey, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Until the next time, make sure you get out there, you close your sales, and you set your goals to know what you're going to be doing long term. Thank you very much. I'm Paul Shakuri.